Hey everyone, it's me, Master Walrus 9 here with another One Piece leader review. Today I'm taking a look at set 11, A Fist of Divine Speed. I'm going to be going in order of what I think is the weakest leader and going towards the potentially strongest leader. This is independent of any other reviews, so I'm just going to do the 6 leaders here ranked. Of course, this is my opinion. I'm not a pro when it comes to these. I'm much more of a casual player with much more mild observation, but I like to think I know a thing or two. Since I've been watching since the start at looks at sets and experience with other card games. First one hurts me to say, because I love Jinbei. Jinbei's a great character, top characters of all time in One Piece. I don't think he's good. Take a look at this effect. Mono green, 5 life, 5k power, strike type. End of your turn, if you have 6 or less cards in hand, which is solid towards the later game, set up one of your fisherman or merfolk type characters and one of your Dawn to active. Like, I see what they want to do. Setting up one of your Dawn to act is pretty good because it allows you to go more and more offensive, more plays, stuff like that, and then potentially having a defensive option in a counter event. And setting up one of your fishermen to active is fine as well, because you either get access to a blocker, so you can attack and you get a block, like you see with Aladdin, or you leave one of your more offensive cards ready and safe, like Hody Jones. Not to worry about the Hody Jones being KO'd in combat. However, it's just not good because most decks always apply for cards being deleted. Okay, first issue, you're looking at Fisherman Tribal. So you have a couple of greens from OP04, which was the East Blue set with Arlong. And you have OP06 and OP07, which was more of the Fishman releases. And then the set that Jinbei's in, OP11, has more Fishman and Merfolk. And you get to play great cards like Hody Jones and get more direct support, but like there's not enough good fishmen to really justify the deck. And the deck's meant for fishmen, so you're really not going to get much use out of the Straw Hat crew because there's not a lot of good green Straw Hat cards to fill that archetype. Like, could you do a mono green Straw Hat? Yeah. Should you? No. Out of all the Straw Hats, green's kind of the weaker color. I think you're looking at an OP02 and extra booster 2 for your green Straw Hats, plus the limb like Odyssey cards. But yeah. Like, I know I mentioned Zoro as being potential for those green Straw Hats, but he's got more of an effect that kind of works with that. This one's dedicated to fishmen or merfolk, and that's just rough. This is not a good set for Jinbei. However, you get a bit more support with Shirahoshi. So she is a defensive leader because she cannot attack. These tend to be very mixed bags. On one hand, your effects are much more powerful. However, losing an attack each turn is really rough. You do get your 5 life for being a dual color, which is pretty solid. Losing an attack each turn is really rough. I mean, you definitely seen stuff like Rebecca in play. I messed around a little bit with what's his name? OP04 Galley Law Company, purple guy. He'll come back to me later. You know, they're fun decks. They're cool gimmicks. So let's take a look at this gimmick. Once per turn, you can activate your main. You can rest one of your Dawn and turn one of your life face up. So that's really cheap, all considered. Pay a Dawn and flip over the top of your life. Play a Neptunian card or a Megalo with cost less than or equal to the number of Dawn on your field from your hand. So you're able to cheat out expensive cards Issue with this, you have to turn the top card of your life face up. It must be the top, so you can't activate this twice in a row unless you take damage and take that top life. You cycle your life in order to rephrase what's on top, or you flip it face back down. Now you get a ton of Fishman Island support, for example the Neptunians in OP11. So if your leader Shirahoshi, you can rest his character, turn one card from the top of your life cards face down. You're able to refresh that way. Or you have the Fishman Island stage card, which allows you to flip your cards face down and get a buff. These don't take effect unless you have a card face up, because you can't turn a face down card face down. So it's a checks and balances kind of approach. Once you get the options, you're going to be playing the Shirahoshi each turn to cheat out cards, and you're going to be playing these effects each turn to be able to use the Shirahoshi each turn. So I think this is super fun for a gimmick, and it's very reminiscent of the manga and Shirahoshi's character without getting too in deep as spoilers. But this is going to be one of your fun locals cards. There's not enough support or some options for Neptunians in order to go hard and swing hard, and losing out your attack's going to be meh. Expect it at locals for someone who's a Shirahoshi fan. Don't expect it at Worlds. You're going to want to look at OP11 for a majority of your cards. You might have some tech options like Amy from OP06, which allows you to search for a merfolk. Yellow green's also a solid color option that you don't see too much, but anyway. Third pick. This might be controversial to some people. It was a really tough choice between my number 4 and my number 3. But we're going at Charlotte Katakuri. Mono purple, 5 life, 5k strike. When attacking or on your opponent's attack, and only once per turn, you can Dawn Refresh. Look at the top card of your opponent's deck. Then you get 1000 power during the battle. So this is pretty solid. I mean, once per turn, it's going to be 6k, which isn't bad. You get some defensive potential. If your opponent's swinging 5, they have to swing at least 6. You don't have to counter out as much. The Dawn Refresh is a little rough, but it makes the payment of the cards better. And out of all the decks, purple will work the best with a Dawn Refresh. Being the Big Mom Pirates type, you will play heavily into your Big Mom Pirates archetype. Now this is like a sub archetype of, how you say, I think they're trying to replicate Observation Hockey's Advanced Future Sight. In this effect, called deck peeking. Because if you take a look at Cognac Mama Mash, choose a cost, reveal one. Choose a cost and reveal one card from the top of your opponent's deck. If the revealed card has the chosen cost, KO what to one of your opponent's characters with a base cost of 8 or less. So you have strong effects that occur if you can guess the opponent's cost correctly. And your leader Katakuri is going to let you peek at your opponent's top of the deck in order to do that. So there's a ton of cards in the OP11 set that help support this. The effect is very vanilla, so you don't have to run Big Mom Pirates, but you're going to get your maximum efficiency from running a Big Mom Pirates engine. And you got to play big heavy hitters like the OP08 Charlotte Linlin. Having a dual turn effect is really nice. It is. A lot of your leaders are either my turn or your opponent's turn. But not both all the time. So seeing this is really good. You can use it offensively, you can use it defensively. Yeah, and look at OP08. That was the Charlotte Pudding purple yellow leader set that added purple Big Mom support. So again, number 3, I don't think he's gonna be breaking any grounds. If you're a Katakuri fan and you want to run this as your leader, you definitely have options, which is nice. My number 3 pick was Koby. Koby is black-red, 4 life, 5k strike, with the archetypes of Navy and Sword. OP11 is introducing the sword archetype. So your sword characters can attack characters the turn at which they are played. So you're looking at a pseudo rush that's going on, right? It's not a true rush because you can't attack your opponent's leaders, but you can attack your opponent's characters, which aren't bad. And you'll take a look at your swords in OP11 and see that's what a lot of them are targeting. For example, Hibari, give up to one of your opponent's characters minus 2k power during this turn for its characters. And when attacking, this character gains plus 1000 power during the turn. One of your Navy type leaders can also attack active characters during this turn. So the pseudo rush is pretty good for whittling down your opponent's defenses and offenses. Once per turn, if a Navy type character of 7k base power or less would be removed from the field by your opponent's effects, you can place free cards from your trash at the bottom of your deck at any order instead. So some cards are like a lot of cards in their trash. However, most of the time you're not making major plays from your trash. So you're taking like the trash Navy or trash black kind of route, in which you're getting cards in your trash to put them back into your deck in order to activate strong effects. A protection for 3 cards from your trash is wicked good in the late game. 7Ks are going to be pretty strong hitters, all things considered. So the issue of Koby is that there's not enough sword to really make true use of the effect, but it's a good spin on Garp from OP02, which was a black red Navy character. You're gonna look at sets for like OP11 for your sword effects, but you have a ton of great options for Navy and black. OP02, OP03, OP11, and starter deck 19. Awesome. My number 2 pick for this set is the blue yellow Nami. So she is blue yellow 4 life 5k special, Straw Hat Crew archetype. Your turn, once per turn, you can activate this effect when a card is removed from your life or your opponent's life. If you have 7 or less cards in hand, draw a card. You can attach a Dawn, and when your opponent attacks once, you may trash a card from your hand to give this character plus 2k during this turn. And this is awesome. This is really good. First off, first effect. You're in yellow, so you're going to be doing some life shenanigans, or you're going to be taking your opponent's life. Like, that's the name of the game. You want to take life, or you want to refill your life, especially when you're in yellow. So you're most likely going to be activating that effect. A lot of times you're not going to have more than 7 cards in your hand. If you do, you don't need the effect because you already have a lot of options. And then finally, you attach your Dawn, so you're hitting 6k each turn, right? Which isn't bad. You can always attach more. Trashing a card from your hand, so nil effect to give plus 2k power for your turn is amazing. People are running stuff like Gum Gum, Red Rock, and Gum Gum, Bullet Rain, and stuff like that, which is a card that allows you to trash another card to give 3k for the battle. This is 2k, but it's for the turn. So as soon as your opponent attacks, you pop this. Now they got to swing into a 7k. That's insane. Because you can still counter out. There's no effects on that. Like, this is really good with the right aspects. And it's vanilla as well. Issues? There's not a lot of great support for Straw Hats in blue yellow. Like, you got OP07, 11, Extra Booster 2, and 10 for Straw Hat support in blue yellow. It's just not there. It's not like purple. It's not like red. I think green even has better Straw Hat support. So it's rough to run a Straw Hat. You could definitely run other types of decks in blue yellow. Maybe a Animal Kingdom Pirates deck or something like that. I think the color combo is very unique. You got Queen from OP04 and then the starter deck Ace as your only other blue yellows. So it's a very unique color combo. If you want to run blue yellow, this is a good option. It's really good defensively. It's vanilla, so you can go into many things. And the straw hat options are limited compared to other colors, but you do have options. I think this is a very good card. If you're a big Nami fan, which a lot of people are, this is great. I'll retain its value for a while. Only issue, I just love the concept of Nami from OP03, the alternate win condition. You win if your deck goes to 0, so I'd have loved to see something like that. I get they want to do something different, but I would like to see another alt win condition. As someone who's been playing Union Arena recently, the Black Clover deck has an alt win condition that's like that, and you don't get it too often. But if you can build your deck right, you can get some fun games out of that for locals. It's fun, and the purpose of the card game is fun, you know. Finally, number 1, you may have predicted it by process of elimination, but you have Straw Hat Luffy, Monkey D. Luffy. He is blue purple, 3 life. You might be thinking, holy shit, 3 life? That's so low. People seldom run 4 life because that's too low. 3 life? Like, Jesus Christ. But you gotta think you're working with a 6k. That 1k difference is insane. Because you gotta think your opponent's leader is 5k, right? They are going to have to attach a Dawn each turn to at least hit you. That's resources that your opponent was not planning for, dedicated to at least attempting to attack you. OP02 Whitebeard was a 6 life, but you had to draw a card each turn. But it was a 6k. Now it's a big problem with Whitebeard. It was a 6k. It takes so much more resources to attack that, oh my goodness, that's awesome. Take a look at the effect. The effect can be activated at the start of your turn. If you have 8 or more Dawn on your field, look at the top 5 cards from your deck. Reveal Straw Hat, add it to your hand, put the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So you want to ramp up to get to 8 Dawn. You're thinking you're going second. Turn 4 is going to be the first time you activate this effect. That's kind of late, but honestly, if you can extend the game, which if you're a good player, you're not getting KO'd at turn 4. Unless, you know, something comes up like a rush deck or whatever. You're getting a free search each turn. People play one-ofs to just search out cards. This is a free search at the start of your turn. This is good. This is a good effect. It's not offensive. It's not defensive. You get to add an extra card to your hand, and you get to do it for free each turn. And that's always good, because your offense isn't coming from your leader. Your offense is coming from the cards you add to your hand. There's no limit besides it being a straw hat. So it's really good. I don't want to go on about it, but I'm just going to re-emphasize the idea. Having cards in your hand is better than not having cards in your hand. The cost to get rid of a card has to be worth it. Adding a card, absolutely no choice. Pot of Greed, Yu-Gi-Oh! Pay a card, draw 2 cards. Card advantage 1, banned. Instant banned. Never seen anything like it. Pokemon card game, always running stuff like Professor's Research to draw cards. Maybe not research all the time, but you're always drawing cards because you need the options in your hand. Natural Gathering, high tier decks. What do they want? Draw cards. This is a free card draw each turn with 2 colors that are pretty solid, because OP11 adds some blue. And purple is such a good color for straw hats. OP05, starter deck 18, which reinforces the OP05 characters, and adds some new ones like Zorojuro and OP09, extra booster 2. This is coming after the information of OP012, which is adding some more blue straw hats. So you have so many good options. Being able to get more straw hats in your hand and the right straw hats is good. you don't have much ramp on the leader effect, who cares? Who gives a shit? The ramp is in the character's colors. It's purple. It's purple. You got so many options to ramp. So yeah, OP11 also features the secret rare Luffy, which is pretty solid. You can run what I call the Wano straw hats. So like Zorojuro and Honichi and stuff like that. Orobi. Or you can run like more straight straw hats with the non-different names, etc., etc. You get what I'm saying. I'm saying this is good. You got great color options, super strong leader effect. You're definitely going to be seeing this at locals. You're definitely going to be seeing this at worlds. So this was me and my silly little opinions. I would love to hear your opinions in the comments. Who do you think was good? Who do you think you're going to play regardless if they're good or not, etc., etc. You know, I love this communication, and I love the One Piece card game, which is why I'm doing videos like this, you know. So I want to give thanks to Eggman Events, where I found the cards and used the deck builder to get this information. I just want to say, as always, stay sloppy, my friends. Bye bye.